Sometimes I see the panic on people's face when they find out a nutritionist is coming for dinner or a vegetarian. So I'm going to make sure that you have a recipe up your sleeve that will go down perfectly.
You won't see me panic, that's for sure.
I don't know, I'm not sure. But it is, people always get a little bit scared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brown rice stuffed capsicum, keep them very full, lots of antioxidants. So of course we start with our lovely red capsicum. You can choose any, but mainly the main thing you want to look out for is that there is enough body, once sliced, for you actually to be able to stuff it. So what I'd love you to do, Adrian, just slice it in half and de-seed it. So we need to get rid of those bitter seeds out of that one.
You call it de-seeding, I call it gutting the
gutting
the capsicum.
the veggie.
So we just take the core. There's not a lot of seed in that one.
No, sometimes you get lucky and there isn't many. But you can also take the tops off that way if you want to as well. Of course, with the seasons comes different shapes, and we love all shapes and sizes, don't we?
All shapes and sizes work for me.
All shapes and sizes. All right, so we need the guts of our capsicum to make that as well. So what I'm going to start with is just an easy little bit of chopped tomato. And I did warn you, this is a very simple recipe. In we go with that one.
There we go.
I also have some lovely black beans, and I love black beans.
But you could use any bean you wanted to?
Any bean you want to. Chickpeas, whatever you want.
You could probably use green beans as well, couldn't you, if you came across it?
You really, with stuffed capsicum, you can use anything that you have left in your pantry, in your fridge. It's really fun. You can just get a little bit experimental. So I'm going to add a little bit of sweet corn in there as well.
So it's almost like a red capsicum taco. Instead of having a taco shell or a tortilla where you're going to use a red capsicum.
That's it. So if you are going a bit low carb this season, perfect. So what I've got here is cumin. Now, cumin is pungent. You know when someone's cooking with it. It's one of my favourites. So I'm just going to put about 1 teaspoon of that one. So a bit of cayenne pepper, about half a teaspoon. Of course, if you love your spice, you can have more than that. We love our spice. So what we're going to do now, of course, is add our lovely brown rice. Now, I do love brown rice because it has got a lot more of a nutty feel. It's extremely wholesome, I feel, as well. And you don't need as much of it to feel full. So it takes a little bit longer than normal rice. So prepare to allocate about 20 to 30 minutes to make sure you get it as you want it.
Nice.
You just take that one. Now, the wonderful thing about brown rice, Adrian, is it is low GI, which means that it just keeps our blood sugar a little bit more like this, which means that we stay fuller for longer. All right, so I'm going to just stick that one on there. Now, I've got you a spoon there. I have one here, and we're just going to start stuffing. It's that simple, really.
Now, I can see you've done the right thing by putting a little pot guard or a little heat diffuser underneath your pot here.
We have a gorgeous workbench.
So you don't want to wreck
We've been in a lot of trouble if we ruin that one. Wow. So just stuff it. Don't stuff it too much, OK? But it can be abundant. It can be a tad bit overflowing.
Just a little bit, a taddy bit overflowing.
Taddy bit overflowing.
Is that taddy enough for you?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Now, we're going to put this in the oven on 180 for 20 to 25 minutes. I am going to put a little bit of Glad foil over it. What that's going to do is just make sure that we don't dry out the capsicum. It stays nice, it sweats, but we make sure that we cook everything, and its lovely skin, its lovely red beta-carotene-rich skin stays nice and wet and moist and easy to bite into.
Now, this is the right amount for these capsicums. It says 4 capsicums split in half, 8 portions. This would be enough for one person, maybe a bit of salad on the side. Maybe a bit of... But
it's just perfect, easy. Say you are hosting a little bit of a dinner party, you have a bunch of vegetarians coming over. Look how simple that one is. Now, if you just hand me that foil...
Now, what's the collective now for a bunch of vegetarians? I don't know that one.
A squad. I think it's a squad, I think.
A squad of vegetarians.
Squad.
There we go. I'll have to keep that one in mind. There we go, when the squad comes in.
So if you open that oven for me, and in we go. So we've just got a little bit of Parmesan here. Now, you don't have to use Parmesan if you don't want to, but that will just soak that one up.
And a few springos, I call them.
A few springos.
There we go, springos.
OK. So a little bit of cutlery for you there, Richo. And let's just tuck in, shall we? Okay. This is the perfect thing if you've got a veggie coming around. It's a very good veggie staple. Oh, it's cooked perfectly.
I'll have to keep that in mind for any vegetarians that want to come to my place. This is the dish you're going to get.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a subtle hint, Richo, isn't it? Make sure that we do cover for the vegetarians. We make sure that we look after them too. What do you think?
I think so often the vegetarians get forgotten about, and especially their vegan friends. No one thinks about them at all. But I think this dish for sure is going to be one of those dishes that will be at the forefront of my mind should you come round to my place for dinner.
Well, it's definitely a staple of mine.